Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. If you don't know me, this is Duhamel Bentley, and welcome to the Dufe channel. If you haven't subscribed, girl, subscribe to the channel because the juice is getting poured in this channel, honey.
Today, I'm here
and
right now.
That's what I'm going for. And today, honey, we have Philly Bentley in the background handing me goods.
How you doing?
Hi, how are ya? And girl, this is part 2 to story time of how I got to California for the first time ever. And if you haven't seen the first video, in the first video we're talking about Laura Mercier's iconic and latest creamiest concealer and corrector. Check that video out. She'll be linked down below. Alright, so before we continue with my story, I have pre-set my skin. I'm gonna go in with bronzer, I'm gonna go in with blush, but I'm gonna do it in the Coach style. In today's video, we're talking about Sephora's latest collection in Coach. We have kind of all of the palettes.
You have all the palettes.
We have Sharky and then Unicorny. Is that her name?
You know, I guess we just named them.
I know Sharky is the name. Unicorny? Let's call her Gloria. We have Gloria and Sharky. And then we have T-Rex. I'm not a fan of dinosaurs. I think it's a very interesting concept,
Yeah.
but I'm just not the vibe. Although my nephew, Noah, hi Noah, how are ya? He loves dinosaurs. Ever since he was a little boy, he was like a little, I think my sister's been like a tiny, what is it,
A dinosaur?
a Bitchosaurus Rex or something?
What?
That's my sister's breed of dinosaur.
A Bitchosaurus nuts?
A Bitchosaurus Rex or something. I mean, man, how are you, girl? But Noah was a little T-Rex ever since he was a little boy. I remember him in his little pull-up diapers, getting his little yogurt and like running around the house like a little tiny, whatever kind of
Dinosaur
breed this is.
Yeah.
So, Noah, thank you for watching, honey. Very smart boy. He actually has awards in his class.
That's good.
He's one of the highest in his class. So we're very proud.
You put this onto your story about last time video.
I'm going in right now. I'm opening and I'm showing the information in the box. So the box is very cute. Everybody's freaking out because it looks very 70s. I feel like my color palette and clothing today is very much so the vibe. Very cute, very trendy. Very much so like I drank a cup of like you know, whatever makes you see all of these craziness. So we have here the dinosaur. So this is what it looks like. It's actually chain for, it's very cute. It has the little kind of glass effect on the back, the actual dinosaur in the front. To me, this is the only thing Coach quality. This is Sephora with Coach's imagery. So I'm opening it up here now. So we have a small little mirror in the T-Rex, and then we have the color selection. I think this is a really beautiful color selection. You have some shimmers, some mattes. You know, overall, I think this is very beautiful for an everyday look. I think this would be great for kind of like your entire face. You have the, what is it? Sunrise could be a beautiful, beautiful blush, or even this guy over here, which is Peony. So we're gonna be playing around. I'm gonna be playing around using everything on here. Really cute packaging. I definitely was not expecting Coach to give Sephora like a go, right?
Would you put it as a keychain? Because I noticed that it's a keychain, right?
I mean, maybe when like the eyeshadows are over, I wouldn't want to risk them breaking.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's cute. Now let's go into Unicorny. What do we call it? Gloria, right?
Gloria.
Let's go to Gloria. Same thing with the packaging. Very cute, very retro. I love unicorns, to be honest with you. I think they're very, very cool.
I think that's kind of your thing.
It is. You know, I love those kind of like animals. I am a firm believer that mermaids exist. It's a thing. Hello. What is it? What documentary? What is that? Animal Planet documentary?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So this is a face palette. Same thing. You have a lovely little mirror here, and then you have a bronzer. What seems to be like a highlighting shade, very deep in my opinion. And then we have a blush rosy, very beautiful. I think this is really, really nice. So we're going to be applying that on my skin today as well.
Yes.
And then last but not least of the face palette, we have Sharky, which I am obsessed with sharks, you guys. I love sharks. I want to go to like Australia and like dive in a cage and like wiggle the steak or whatever you feed sharks.
You're crazy.
I really do. Do you remember I told you that when we first started going out? It's kind of like my bucket list. I really do want to do it. Like jumping off of a plane. It's just like the vibe, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, not sorry. I'm a Tomb Raider at heart, honey. So, honestly, this is my favorite out of all of the guys.
Yes.
So cute, and I love how this is like the leather padded with the Coach. The other ones are just kind of the emblem of the Coach, which is very beautiful, but I just feel like this has a lot more personality, as well as I really do enjoy this color story a little bit more. I just think it's very sexy, very sultry. You can create definitely different looks, intensifying like spotlight eyes or like halos or, you know, Beyonce, where you at, girl? Did you subscribe to the channel? There's a lot going on here, and I really, really enjoy Sharky's palette. Just very cute. I love shark movies. I get very, very stressed out about it.
I love shark movies.
I do. I get stressed out about it, and some of them are really dumb. But I don't know what it is about the deep blue sea. Maybe seeing Ariel swimming around, I don't know, girl. I have no idea. But I've just been obsessed ever since I was a little boy with mermaids, dolphins, fish. Like, just, was I a mermaid in another life?
Maybe.
Katy Perry. I don't know. Anyways, so I'm going to be using all of these guys to do an eye look today. I think what I'm going to do to give you guys the real tea about the quality of the shadows is I'm going to do one eye and one eye, or this is face, but I'll do one eye and another eye. So, you know, to see what is the tea with this girl. All of these guys are valued around $30 to $40. All of them, literally. You know, the eyeshadow pans, which are, let me see how many pans are these, girl. 2, 4, 6. So it's a 6 pan for both the eyes. And something I found a little strange is that Gloria over here, Gloria girl, what's good? She's the same price and she only has 3. They are a slight tad bit bigger. But I mean, girl, what is this? I don't know. Sephora, let's see if this works. Let's see what happens. Some palettes are a little crazy to the eye, but maybe they perform really beautiful. And then last but not least that we decided to get was the Sephora Collections Tea Rose Lip Set, because you know in this channel, girl, we just spill the tea all the time. And if you have not subscribed, this is your opportunity, your moment to subscribe to the Doofy channel and become part of our family and get yourself a cup of tea, because you know we spill it all the time. All right, so this is what it looks like. I will say this, out of these guys, to me, this is very Claire's, right? Wouldn't you say Claire's?
Yeah.
Again, this is the only thing Coach. Like, this is the only thing Coach. This is very much so Claire's, very childlike. I think that as a makeup collector, if you love Coach, which we do, I think that's one of our most used, approachable designer bag lines, right? We have several wallets from Coach's. We had, you know, several attire pieces from them as well. So I think they're very approachable financially, and they have a lot of outlets as well, which are very, very nice. So, you know, I really love Coach. I do. I love the aesthetic, the quality. Overall, I really do enjoy the brand. However, physically, I just don't get it. It's very expensive. I feel like these guys should have been priced at $15. And still, I would have found it a little bit expensive. However, with the Coach name, I know they're adding to the price, but $15 I think would have been okay with these, right?
You know, I think it looks kind of like an elf kind of thing, or like
It does.
something like it's very.
It looks very drugstore. It does look very drugstore. I feel like this is something that NYX would have done and priced at 10 to 15. And then it would have sold fabulously. I'm not dragging Coach, but it is what it is. This just is, it looks very infantile and, to be quite honest with you, a little bit cheap. However, it's a collector's piece, so it's something fun. So the tea set, the lip tea set, same thing. Very beautiful, a lot of different shades. You have two that are very pigmented, and then you have two that are a little bit more sheared out, more glittery, which we'll discuss in a minute. But let's start with this face and talking about the second part of our conversation, because girl, there's just a lot of coverage. So, going in with Gloria, let me find my face brush.
Out of everything. And then tell us more about what happened in. If you haven't seen the video, please subscribe to the channel. Help us grow within the Duffy family. If you haven't seen the video of Laura Mercier with the concealer, we were talking about the Los Angeles experience, and when Romel was like 5 years old, excuse me, like 15, and how old were you?
14.
When you went to Los Angeles, and then what happened? I remember the last thing that you said, oh girl, you had the $300, you asked your friend about utilizing her debit card, you gave her the money, and children can be very dangerous, you gotta be cautious about them.
Girl.
Okay, what else happened?
So first impressions, there has a little bit of fallout in the pan just by grabbing it. Let's see the payoff here. So I got on the plane, and when I got on the plane, I was so nervous, you guys. I had Miley Cyrus's address, and I had just enough money for a taxi fare to her house. I thought, I had hoped that little old me would have been looked at by Miley's mom, which her name is Trish Cyrus. I will never forget that I did my research on that.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you.
Mm-hmm. And I said, I tried my girl, I tried my best. I was like, did this just stain me? I tried my best to look for all of the things to present myself as professional and as adequate as I could to this family, because I didn't want to be seen as a joke. I was so serious. I mean, girl, I was as serious as running away at 14 years old to pursue my dreams and my career. That's how serious I was. You know what I'm saying?
Serious.
Girl, I was. I was risking everything. And I didn't care, you know, unfortunately. Very irresponsible of me, but I didn't. I just did not. I will say this. Clay, which is the bronzy kind of shade here. It's cute. She's bronzing. She's giving us a little bit of like in the Bahamas moment. What do you think? Well, I mean, all right. Little chisel, little contour on the
It looks very
skin.
natural, yeah.
Yes. I definitely think this is the vibe with at Lisa's face palette. But again, for 3 shades, $30. How much is this? 36?
Oh my gosh, let me take
I think it's like around the 36 price point.
Yeah, somewhere like that. Anyways, and then I'm so hooked into your story about LA. Like every time I forget that we're recording the camera, like continue, go on. It's literally super interesting.
So I get to Los Angeles, girl, LAX. I felt like my dreams were becoming a reality.
This is what dreams.
Yeah, no. And like I said, Miley Cyrus's Party in the USA song was out. And in that song, she says, I hopped in the it's something about she hopped in the cab and Jay-Z song was on. And as I for some reason, I was so silly to not call myself anything else, that I decided that song meant something. Because again, remember, I'm superstitious, honey. And I said, okay, so when I hop in the cab at LAX, the song popping up in the radio was gonna define me, like was gonna define my experience. And girl, if you don't know, if you've ever been to Los Angeles, there's a shuttle where you pay a certain amount of money and it's a shared shuttle for a whole bunch of people, and they will take you to the places. But it's a van. It's a van full of people, and it is what it is. It was more affordable than the taxi, so hello, I was saving a little ka-choin, and it was great, right? So
I can't believe that you were 14.
I know. It is what it is, honey.
This is not the Adventures with Tomb Raider. This is the
I was
Adventures
guns
of
blazing. You don't play with the Bentleys, honey. That's just the truth of the matter.
Okay.
So I hop in this shuttle, and the guy's like, hey, where are we going? I gave him the address. He quoted me the price. He's like, we're just gonna wait a couple of minutes to people, for people to arrive, because obviously, again, like I said, it's a thing. It's a thing for them to carry different walks of life and,
yes.
Transportation. Nobody came, girl. Nobody came. And he's like, okay, well, let's go. And I was like, all right. And he's like, I remember I had my little duffel bag and everything, my white shirt with my little vest and my jeans and my Converse. Girl.
You have good memory.
And he's like, do you want to listen to some music? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Whatever. He's like, what do you want to listen to? And I said, whatever you want, hoping that, that song that was going to come up was going to be like the song, right? So he turns on the radio, and the song that comes up, I don't even know the name of this song, but it's that song that the chorus goes like, don't stop believing. Ow! Na, 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 na. So I said, oh my God, this is my song. Yes, yes, yes. And we get in front of Miley Cyrus's gates. Girl. 11 p.m. For those of you wondering, did I let my aunt know? No, I left her a note because she was just not being friendly with me. So I left her a note. So I was like, yes, all right, boom, 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 let's go, let's do this. And I said, I'm just gonna ring the doorbell.
Yes.
And like say hello. My name is Duamel, and I am here because I'm inspired and I want to change my life, and I think we could work together in such a grandiose manner, and I need your help, and I would be so honored to be part of the Cyrus team. That's how I thought it was gonna go.
Like you literally went to you went to sign your contract with the Cyrus family.
I wasn't playing around, girl. Like I believed that this was like 110%, and I wasn't delusional because I knew I had the talent. I knew I had what it took.
You had or you have?
I have it, girl.
I wonder. Miley, if you're watching, what's good?
Miley, girl, if you're watching, subscribe to the channel, honey.
Hey, what's good?
And come on to the channel so we can talk about this in person, okay? So I remember it was so cold, guys. In Florida, it gets cold, but in California, it gets cold, girl. And in LA, there's the beach. There's a lot of things going around, honey. So it gets cold, okay? All right, so that's the bronzer. I mean, it's looking a little Chuckarina up in here. She's definitely, like, the foundation's grabbing her a little bit. But overall, I think this looks pretty okay, pretty lovely. What do you think?
I think I like it a lot.
You like it?
Which foundation is this?
This is going to be a little mixture between
It's Cream Cosmetics and
the
the Glow
Clinique Even Better Glow.
Yes, queen. Slay.
Okay, so let's hop over to blush. What I typically like to do is I like to use my same bronze blush or brush. I always say blush when I'm trying to say brush, girl. Whew. So I just kind of like, clean my hand up a little bit just to make sure that if there's any excess product, it's now on my hand versus, kind of like staining the skin, going a little muddy. And I'm just gonna go in with Rose. Very beautiful, beautiful blush. And I'm just grabbing it, living my life. Okay, so you can see here, definitely pigmented. It's picking up. It's not dropping as much fallout as Clay, which is the bronzy kind of tone. And I just like to kind of like, pat it on the skin like a little baby, like, So, girl, back to the story. So I froze when I got in front of Miley Cyrus's mom's residence gate. I froze. And the guy's like, "Do you want me to ring the doorbell?" And I was like, and he rung it for me. And I think if he would have not rung it for me, I would have been like a maniac, literally right next to that doorstep forever and ever.
You'd probably still be there.
I probably would still be there. And I mean, nobody picked up, so obviously I continued like a maniac, which is so scary. I feel like if I would have been a celebrity and just random stranger would have been like, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, hello, I would have been like so scared. Thankfully, they were very kind. They never called the police or anything like so. Which was good because that would have been crazy. Because I had no ill will, you know. I was just there to express my interest, and I don't want to use the word fandom because I wasn't there as a fan. I'm a great admirer of what they've done
to Miley Cyrus
as a family and to Miley Cyrus with a career.
Yes.
So putting away, you know, my fandom. As a business individual, I wanted my business to resemble Miley Cyrus's model, right?
Right.
Oh, girl, she's professional. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I really do like this blush. This is looking very fresh, very cute, very like I'm a virgin, but I can get down and dirty if I have to, you know? Okay. So, you know, a little pinch on the nose. Achoo, I had a little sneeze. That's the vibe we're going for today. I don't know if I want to use this highlighter. This is a very, very deep. And I personally don't like...
I like it. Use it.
I don't like dark casts on my highlighters. I feel like I look silly. I look like I got punched or something. Let me swatch it and see. Oh, girl. No.
See?
Look at that. Beautiful on deep complexions. This would be incredible. Even on medium deep for like maybe like a contour. Let me do this because, you know, we're living our lives here. So let me just touch a little bit of, ooh, girl, she's got some.
Maybe you want to grab it with a fan brush.
She's got a lot of fallout, honey.
Ooh, Sephora collection.
Excuse me.
What's good?
That was $30 right there dropping. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of deepen. I personally don't like to use any kind of glimmery or shimmery tones, but I'm just gonna, you know, kind of like indulge myself in the moment, give me a little bit of radiance, which I think it's doing really beautifully. You can see how this looks a little bit more dull. This just looks a little bit more kind of pearlized. So I wouldn't use it as a highlight, but definitely it's looking cute as a mesh between the blush and, you know, the contour bronzy situation. All right, so I have a hair on my face. Oh my gosh.
Let's see.
Here's the culprit. Get out of here, girl. So,
what's that hair?
Brush hair. Oh my gosh, Clinique, what kind of brushes are you making?
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The Clinique brushes are like, you know, Morphe brushes are way better. Anyways.
And more affordable.
Hi, Clinique. How you doing? Don't hate.
I'm looking a little like I fell off of a chimney right now, honey. Okay, so that is that palette. Gloria, is she Doofy approved?
I think so. I think it's.
She performs. She's expensive.
How many pants do you have?
Just 3.
For $36, you're paying $10 for each. Is this Mary Kay?
I think not. She's cute. Is she worth it?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
She's there. You can find better for the same price.
Yeah.
Okay. So moving on. So I got to Miley Cyrus's house. Nobody responded.
Are you gonna need any brushes for your eyes?
I am. I think I am. Oh my gosh, I am. I'm gonna need a brush for my eyes. Just bring the box up in here, girl.
Alright,
Oh my gosh, you just moved my lights.
Let me go ahead and put it down.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me organize myself, honey, because This is just crazy. And this, I mean, I will say this: the pigment is here. This looks cute. I just feel like I don't know what I'm doing. Like it's just not blending. Oh, accordingly.
Let's go ahead and select which brushes you want. I'm gonna select your lashes because today you're gonna use the lashes.
Oh, girl. By the way, if you don't know, stick around, honey. Too Faced coming with a little lash moment, because if you know one thing about the Too Faced channel, is that we don't do makeup without lashes. It is what it is. Okay, honey? So it only made sense for us to possibly in the future get a little lash company going, right? So, are those the girls we're doing?
Yeah.
We'll show them off later. Thank you. So, I need to prime my eyes. My primer's in here.
Okay, and let's continue talking about LA. What happened after that?
So,
Do you remember what was the last thing?
of course, it was so cold, guys. It was so cold.
Stone. Cold.
I was sleeping literally in their driveway, or like what connected to their driveway. It was cold. Ooh! And I remember I had my little iPod. I was listening to music because I just wanted to continue to feel inspired, and I wanted to continue to just remain focused on the reason why I was there, because obviously this was so intimidating, so scary. I was alone, and I'm talking to you guys as a kid that was, again, severely bullied, and I never had any kind of experience. I never gave myself an opportunity to do anything other than kind of hug myself and stay within myself, you know? So this really was my adventure of my lifetime at that time, right? Oh, girl, I sound like a DreamWorks character. DreamWorks girl, if we want to make a movie, I'll do the voiceover. I'm just saying. So, come on, queer. What is it? Queer DreamWorks? Are we here for this? Leave it in the comment down below and tag Oh Girl so we can talk about this. Thank you. I'm getting a little hot in here talking about all this good. Okay, so that's good. Fresh water.
With a little bit of chlorophyll.
With a little bit of chlorophyll. We drink chlorophyll, girl. If you don't know what chlorophyll is, leave it in the comment down below. We'll respond. Woo! Getting hot with all these topics. So, it's so cold that night. It's literally like 20 degrees. I had just a little sweater. It was crazy. And I remember I couldn't really sleep. I woke up when it was fairly early in the morning.
That sounds like a very, very cold morning. Plus, if you came like to LA, you know, LA is very close to the ocean, so you definitely got the cold.
It was in February.
It was definitely cold.
It was cold. It was like 20 degrees, which I had never experienced in my life.
In my life,
there's been heartache and pain. So,
yes.
Girl, should we start with Sharky or should we start with Noah? Let's call him Noah.
Let me see Sharky.
I love Sharky. Girl, my light went out.
Oh my gosh, we'll put it back on in just a minute, honey. If you want the light on, leave us a comment down below.
We're getting the light on. It is what it is.
Oh my gosh, what's going on? There's lights.
Technical
I
difficulties.
shook it for the story.
Alright.
So we're gonna go ahead and prep and prime with Sugar Rush. This is by the Tarte company right here, right now. This is my beautiful hand right here, right now. It already has it in the Q-tip. Yes, honey. Okay, so you were waiting in the morning, like very cold, very stone cold, very Demi Lovato.
Very Demi Lovato, and I was actually listening to Remember December from Demi Lovato. That was like it for me.
How does that sound?
Down surrender. That was me, right?
You were definitely surrendering in the morning.
I was, girl.
Sleeping on the streets as a 14-year-old kid.
Oh my gosh. And I said to myself,
dangerous.
let me tell you something. I told myself at that time, I said, I was scared because they weren't answering the doorbell. They weren't giving me an opportunity to express, which I don't blame them. But I want you to know what I was thinking. They weren't giving me the opportunity to discuss what I was thinking, what I was going through in my mind, the reason why I was there, the reason why I was meant to go there.
Okay.
I sound like a maniac, I know. It is what it is.
No, you sound really good. You sound like a very enthusiastic person. And you sound still passionate about the story.
I was passionate about it. And are we doing Sharky or what? What's
You
good?
never showed us a...
I did, girl. You just didn't pay attention.
Maybe just turn the light off, maybe sink.
So that's Sharky.
I like the one on the right hand side. I like the two first from the end. The black one and then like the brick one.
Sienna. That's beautiful. They have beautiful shades here.
It's gorgeous. Let me see, what's the name of it?
Noah?
No, I thought it was like the Beach and River Sucks. What was the name of it?
Bitch and Horse Rex.
Alright, how you doing? I like the,
I think I mean actually would enjoy this palette. So,
Who?
Bitch and Horse Rex vibes all the way.
Yeah.
Very cute. Okay, so
And you know what? Your sister is a huge fan of Coach and Michael Kors. She's like a
she is a huge. Actually, the first Coach I ever saw. Thank you for saying that. The first Coach.
You know, I know more than Iris Mill, but Iris Mill knows about herself.
Yeah, that's true. The first Coach I ever saw, my sister had it, and I remember she was so proud of it, and I used to call it a Coach. I was like, "Grab your Coach," and she's like, "Stop, it's a Coach," and I'm like, "Sure, girl." But it was a Coach, and she loved it. She still has Michael Kors and Coach. She loves those brands. So, Coach girl, if you want to sponsor her, let us know because we'll take it and not give it. I'm kidding.
She has plenty of Coaches.
She has plenty of Coaches, girl. We just have little wallets here and there,
It's
honey.
okay. She can take Coach. You'll take Louis Vuitton. I'll take Hermes.
Louis, how you doing, girl?
Hermes.
Anyhow, so let's start with the mats. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mats,
Show
which
us.
which I will say, we have 4 mats, which are these 3 and then this top one here.
Yeah.
Very happy about that. There's nothing worse to me than you giving me 2 mats and the rest glimmer. It makes me want to scream at you directly. I really like the selection of colors, and I love the shimmers. That blue is so gorgeous. I think I want to do it in the inner corner. A little bit of blue. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the brick one too, and the black one.
Yeah, let's start off with the nude tone, you know, building the little momentum. So they do have some fallout here.
Some.
I mean, it's pretty normal though, but as you can see, I'm picking up here. And I mean, she's Lucerella, right? She's Lucerella. All right, so going back to the Miley Cyrus story.
It was 3
In the morning, girl, they finally pick up, and I'm so dramatic. So ridiculous that when they finally pick up, instead of me saying, "Hello, my name is Dua Madeline, I was hoping I could speak to Trish," I could have said that, girl. But no, what did I say? Let me take a sip really quick.
What did you say?
Bitch, I said, "Is this Trish Cyrus? This is a life and death situation."
Oh my God, Jamel.
So let me tell you something, girl. If a kid tells me this is a life and death situation, I'm calling the cops. I'm calling the cops. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Thank God, again, they did not call the police on me. Thank God. My gosh, that's so crazy. And again, you know, we're going in with sand shade. And I kind of want to just put it on my crease. You know, I just kind of feel like that's just going to be the vibe. She's pigmented. She's a little, you know, she's definitely showing up right here, right now. Let me just clean this up. I feel a little tight in my space right now. And I don't like that. So, she clearly, like, she says, you could hear the nervousness on this woman's voice too. She's like, she's not here. And I was like, oh, can you please let her know? Girl, what the hell? What the hell is that? What the hell is that? Crazy. So, this is actually looking really pretty. Hello, hi, how you doing? So, very wild that I cannot believe I literally said that to her. Because I know it was her. Like, now that I've listened to her voice, I know it was her. At the time, Miley Cyrus was with Liam Hemsworth. And I remember in the morning he came out. He drove out. He had a Volkswagen Golf. the brand of the car, and it was red. And I remember looking at him and I said, oh, this is the guy that's with her in that movie, The Last Song. Little did we know, right? But yeah, I never saw Miley Cyrus. Later on, I saw Noah Cyrus, which is her sister. She's now like a recording artist. And she was so tiny. She was going to school. Obviously, they were nervous. Poor things. I meant no harm. And I think they understood that and they knew that as well, because when the gates opened, I could have very easily trespassed. You know what I'm saying? The gates were open. I could have gone into the property, but I didn't. I stayed, because I didn't want to think something wrong off of me, right? So a guy that looked very much so like Billy Ray Cyrus, which if you don't know who he is, it's Miley Cyrus's dad. He was so rude. He was like, what are you doing here? Like, he was just like wild, protective, very protective. But, I was shocked because I didn't expect him to be like that. Again, ignorant about the situation, right? So he's like, listen, we're not bad people. We're not going to call the cops, so you need to go. And I told him, like, listen, like, I tried my best to explain to him in like 2 minutes what was going on. And I said, like, listen, I just came from Florida. I'm here because of like the situation. He cut me off and he said, you're so irresponsible. I can't believe this. And I said, could you at least please give Trish my number? He's like, yeah, I'll give it to her. Girl, to this day, I'm still waiting on Trish's number. She would have never called me. But as a kid, I was expecting and I was waiting for her to call me. I was. I will say this. This is blending out really, really nicely. Pigment is not really fading out. This is looking good. What do you think, Felipe, on first impressions?
I like it. So far the paint looks really nice.
Yeah, it's very sexy. I'm liking Sharky. She's cute. So I remember I had Demi Lovato's address too, and I really loved Miley Cyrus, but at the time I connected a lot musically with Demi Lovato, and I said I can't take Demi Lovato saying no, right? I cannot take that. At this time everything is sinking in of what the reality of the situation is. I could not see myself. I'm going in with Sienna. I want to kind of like soften her out a little bit.
Right, that's Sienna that moment.
Very pigmented again. It looks like more of like a deeper brown. Okay. So I was just very nervous. I was like, what's gonna happen now? I even told the guy, I was like, sir, I don't know anywhere of this place. Can I go somewhere? Because he told me she was gonna call me, and I said, well, can I go somewhere while I wait for her call? And he's like, yeah, you can go to like the shops or whatever. And I was like, okay, thank you, sir. He probably balled my paper and threw it out, and they were like, oh my God, this kid was here for this reason, which I don't blame them, right? I don't blame them. So yeah, that was kind of like what was going on. I started walking around the area. I'm a very resourceful person, so I went into a hair salon and I said to myself, I need money, I need to work, I need to find a way of making a living. Again, at 14, I was just like, this is happening. Like, I just had no questions or doubts in my mind of what was going down. Like, I didn't care, this was happening. And I went into the salon and I said, excuse me, I explained my situation. I said, like, this is a situation. I was hoping to know if you have any opportunities for me to like sweep, mop, like, live my life. And they said, no, we don't have anything. But again, I was keeping communication with my mom. I was very innocent. My mom was asking me a lot of questions, and I thought she was just trying to make conversation, but no, my mom was trying to pinpoint me, right? My mom was in the military, so she's like finding ways to pin me down. And again, I had nothing to hide. So I told her. And of course, she called the salon, because I told her like, oh, there's a salon here. And she called the salon. She's like, Okay, so my kid's doing this and this. I need you guys to please like stop him. You know, she was sabotaging my plan, honey. Oh, girl, this is looking a little crazy. But you know what? Makeup is a trust the process kind of thing. Right now, I'm not obsessed with how this is looking, but who knows, girl? This might change later on in the day. All right, so yeah, that was happening. They called me back. I was waiting on the bus. I was waiting for the bus to arrive. They called me back and they said, hey, we have, you know, we want you to sweep for a couple of bucks. We want you to rinse our bowls and stuff like that. And I said, I can cut hair, I can blow dry, I can do anything. Because ever since I was a little boy, since 12 years old, I've been doing hair.
I think you maybe even younger than that.
Maybe.
I think you told me that you started way younger when you like did like the mops and everything.
Oh yes.
My gosh.
Girl, that's a story for another day. But at that time, I was going crazy. I'm not gonna lie. And I was taking not no's for an answer. I swept the whole salon, I remember, and before.
Which brush were you using?
This one was the Anastasia Beverly Hills.
She was, honey.
And then this is the Jaclyn Hill JH33.
Do you like the Jaclyn Hill brushes? Or
I
not?
do. I really do. I think they're pretty. I think the quality is very awful, but the actual brush is very nice.
So they called?
They called the police, and as soon, girl.
So they had you mopping, right? Or sweeping?
I was done. I was done with my mopping and everything. This very sweet lady that I wish that salon was still open so I could go back to her and say, listen, you made a difference in my life. She even cut my hair for free, poor thing. So this woman and
yes.
she came out. I was waiting for the bus and she's like, wait, don't go. I have a couple of things I would like you to do. Very nice ladies in the salon. They called the police. I was done and I was leaving and they're like, actually, did you do the bathroom? They were just looking for things for me to do, stopping me, right? And I was like, I know, I haven't. And she's like, well, come do it. So as soon as I'm doing the bathroom, girl, I'm finishing. I see those black shoes. Girl. I knew it was the police. I was like, shoot. I said something else. But I knew my plans were ruined. I knew that the police was there to stop me. And I knew that I was going to have to go back and continue living
your Cinderella life.
Feeling miserable because I couldn't do what I knew that I could do, you know? So...
That highlighter looks really good. Is that from the palette?
Yeah.
It looks nice.
I mean, it's definitely...
a moment.
I feel like she's very deep. Like,
she is deep.
I feel like the contour and everything is very...
deep.
Very deep, yeah. Maybe if I had like a deeper foundation, it might have looked a little bit more like, oh, hello. But I don't like the quality though, I will say this. I feel like it looks cheap on the skin.
Yeah.
Comparing it to like, I feel like this just doesn't...
Your skin overall looks very glossy, very hydrated. However, I feel like what you said, it looks very textured. Like it enhances the texture of your skin. It does the ingredients, it just... Okay, let's continue with it. Kyle, you said the shoes and the lace. Oh my gosh, this is turning into like kind of like 50 Shades of Grey.
I wish, but no. So the cop was like,
"What's good?
You gotta come with me," and I was like, "No, what are you talking about?" Like for a second, I pictured myself running from the back room, but let's be real, I couldn't have done that. So I sit in the front while the cop is like, making his little report, saying like, we got him, boom, boom, boom. And I started explaining to him, I'm very frustrated, very upset because I don't want my plans to be ruined. Because I felt like they were being ruined already because of my aunt's lies. And he's like, I'm sorry, like you're a minor, 14, again, I have to take you. At this point in time, what was I gonna do might be your question, but at the time I had called shelters and I was gonna go stay in the shelters. I think they were in downtown LA. which was maybe like 40 minutes bus drive away from me. And I don't know. I was just gonna go there. Like it was what it is. I was gonna make it happen. And well, long story short, girl, I just didn't. It did not. And I'm gonna go now with Amethyst, which is like this really lovely kind of like brown purple tone, very plum-like. This is what it looks like on my finger. And I'm just kind of gonna go in my lid. Oh, that's a nice little reflect of like a soft purple. I wonder why I didn't do this with maybe like more of a shark type of tone, you know? That would have been nice to see. Maybe I'm just going to animal science on here. Who knows? Alright. So that's that. Looking pretty. It's cute. Pigmented. Again, this palette is pigmented. Is it $30 though? I don't know. I don't think it is. But I mean, it's blending well. Looks cute. Okay. I'm going to use a little bit of black with the same brush. Because why not, girl? I'm going to use a little bit of black to kind of intensify the out corner. I love using a black for that. At first, I didn't really know how to use black, but on my own, because I have, I have a hooded eye, and I was like, girl, this is gonna look right. But I love just smoking and intensifying. Like, you can see how just that gives a little bit of depth into what I'm doing. Of course, we gotta blend that out, but yes, just what we needed. Going back in with this brush here just to soften things out, blend it a little bit. So yeah, that happened, guys, and it was wild. I had a little bit of money left with me, and I invited the cop to go to Burger King. I said, I haven't eaten anything, and we go to Burger King, I'll pay for your Whopper, whatever you want. And he's like, no, we'll see if we can go later. And I was like, all right, okay. So again, I wasn't, I was frustrated, but I wasn't, something that they had to go crazy about. I remember they cuffed me. Oh my God, girl. Can you believe me in cuffs? I was like, all right, okay. They cuffed me. I was going crazy. And, he took me to the police station, which I met more policemen, and very nice. They were all very nice to me. We had a good old time. And that's when I called my aunt, and my aunt's like, are you okay? Boom, boom, boom. And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. The police caught me. And she went from 0 to 100. She's like, I told you, you see, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, girl. Girl, no, we're not doing this. So the call ended. When the call ended, I was very upset, very frustrated. I felt very betrayed by my mom. I couldn't believe that she, knowing that I was being honest with her, again, at that time. I felt like, how dare she, why did she have the audacity to tell, on me, why is she ruining my plans, right? Again, I understand now that I was a child and so much could have happened. So I couldn't help but to be grateful for that situation now. But then, of course, I went back to my mom's house, they took me to juvie. Can you believe me and juvie? Girl. They took me to juvie. I was dying. I was so nervous because I'm not that kind of girl, right? I'm not. I was so nervous. I remember I thought they were gonna take me to Florida like that. Girl, I was in juvie for 3 months. I don't have a criminal record or anything because I did not commit a crime, but I was in juvie for a while. Some guards were nice, some were assholes. Just the truth of the story. Especially this lady, she was just like, she was right for the job. Let's just say that. But overall, you know, the experience of Chewy was kind of crazy. I lost a couple of pounds, which was fabulous. And I had a whole cell for myself, which was nice. I finally came to Florida. My mom, out of nowhere, pops up like a little Papa Titsy, recording me. TMC who? And she's like, excuse me, boom, boom, boom. I don't know if she was trying to make the experience. I don't know what she was doing, girl. But it was happening.
She was like, you want to be a celebrity? You're gonna be a celebrity.
And my aunt, she just was looking at me like this eye. She was looking at me pissed.
I was giving you the side eye, definitely.
She was so upset. She took my phone. She took everything away as soon. And I hate it. I hate it that I was so controlled.
That she was, you know, control freak. And, you know, it's to be expected. I would have done the same thing. Yeah. But, you know, I would never have lied to you to move to LA. Never. And I think it's, you have, if you're a mom or a dad, you have to be careful about the things that you tell your children. If you're gonna promise something, you know, don't promise anything that you're not gonna do. Just say no, we can't. It's okay to say no. It's okay for the children to understand that I'm not a child, but
because I understand as an adult now, I fully understand the responsibility that it is.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So this is going off way too long, and I can't just leave the little details. So this eye is kind of done. Of course, there's just still need some work to be done here. I'm going to continue on a third part to this video, and then we'll do this eye as well on that video. So, girl, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel, and let's continue the talk, because the tea, as you can see, is pretty crazy. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.